Hi everyone, my name is Chris and I'm back with another reading for you guys, and today we're going to look at when will you meet your future spouse. So I will not be looking into things like in a month, in a year, in 5 years from now, because that's not really the point of readings like this. The fact that time moves, number one, in different speeds, but number two, that time is not linear, and in some ways time could be happening all at once as well, meaning there would be no past, present, or future. It's just kind of all happening at once, and then our brains are kind of just trying to make the most of it by making sense of it, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to live as humans. So yeah, the point of like within a month, within a year, within 5 years, within 10 years doesn't really matter, because we will be focusing on what is happening in your life at the time you are meeting and getting together, actually together with your future spouse. So of course, like, I will be focusing on you getting actually together instead of just like meeting, because of course sometimes we will meet people and we won't be romantically together with them for a while, even if we do know who they are and stuff like that. So yeah. So now that that's out the way, another disclaimer is that this is a general YouTube reading watched by hundreds, maybe thousands of people. So only take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If something doesn't sound like your life, if a pile is not really resonating with you, just leave that behind. Pick another pile, pick another reading. It's just no worries at all. It's not that deep. It's just like a fun little reading on YouTube. So we've got all the disclaimers out the way now, and we have 4 groups to choose from today, you guys. So for group number 1, you guys have this piece of Murano glass. So that's group number 1. Group number 2, you guys will have the labradorite. So that's group number 2. Group number 3, you will have this piece of Murano glass over here, very colorful. And group number 4, you guys will have this piece of geode. So it's nice and shiny. So pick whichever group you're most drawn to. You might be drawn to more than one, then go for it. Watch more than one groups if you feel called to. And we shall start with group number 1. So, hi group number 1, whoever chose this piece of Murano glass over here, this is your pile. So I have pre-shuffled a bunch of oracle cards. We'll have a look at that first, see what I'm getting from that, and we'll move on to the tarot portion later. So we got soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. What else do we have? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So around the time you're getting together with your future spouse, you will be healing your heart. You will feel like your heart has fully healed there, and you will feel safe to love again. You will feel safe to take the risk, because love is a risk for you, for this group particularly. You definitely have like a guard up at the moment. You got a wall up at the moment, which makes it a bit harder for you to recognize that soulmate. I'm not going to be focusing in this reading whether you know your future spouse yet or not. You can watch my reading on why you're not together with your future spouse yet. I will link that in the description box below, so that might give you some answers, more answers. So yeah, let's keep going. So we got love. This is the rebel deck, which is rude. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. So I feel like you will not just be feeling that it's safe for you to love. You will actually be showing more love to the people around you in your life around the time you're getting together with your future spouse. It says, have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. I guess we're currently in a waxing moon stage, right? If you're watching this in real time in February 2025. So this energy is definitely coming together as we speak. That's what I'm getting here. But have faith in your dreams. Maybe you lost hope for a while. I definitely relate to that. And it's okay. Like, it's okay if you lost hope for a while. Don't beat yourself up for it. Because you know, the spirituality community is like, oh my god, be positive all the time and shit rainbows and butterflies. And but that's not real life. Like, real life brings challenges. Real life is hard. And we're not robots. We do lose hope every once in a while. If all the doors we knock on and everything that we do keeps constantly shutting in our face, there's only so much you can go, so far you can go, and so much you can do. For this group, I feel like you're a reasonable person. You see life in a realistic light. You're not overly optimistic, you're not overly pessimistic here, especially right now as you're watching this reading. You will be more optimistic as you're getting together with your future spouse. That's what I'm getting. But don't beat yourself up if you're having these periods in life that, you know, are not particularly positive. There we go. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. You are actually at a place of enjoying your life when you're getting together with your future spouse. You're being led by a higher power. Number 4. You're seeing a lot of number 4s as well. Rather, I'm looking not like when you're already with your future spouse, but when you're about to get with your future spouse into union. So you will be seeing a lot of 4s, like 444, on the clock, on the microwave, on receipts, on license plates, in the street, things like that. So this is the higher powers letting you know that you're really close. That just one last push kind of thing. You're guided here. You're not alone in this journey. And this is beautiful. We've got sun, source. The source of everything is with you. And this, and also the sun is like very yang kind of energy. So, very masculine. So, you will be really drawn to these healthy masculines who portray emotional availability, just healthy behaviors in general. You will no longer be attracted to these toxic traits from people, such as push and pull behaviors, people being hot and cold with you. I guess that's a similar kind of vibes, but wishy-washy people who don't know what they want. But none of that will be attractive to you in general. What will be attractive to you is like a kind person, a kind masculine who's like secure in their own masculinity. Number 18 here as well. You could be life path number 4, life path number 1, life path number 8, or life path number 9. Or you could be born in any of these months. So that's January, April, August, September. The 4th or the 18th of the month could also be significant. But we're not really looking into that sort of thing here. It's just like for birthdays, whatever, you know, those fixed dates. You're learning how to be happy on your own here, and not be desperate for love as well, because you trust that whatever is meant for you is gonna work out, because the highest has your back. Right? I mean, this is a fairly vague energy, to be honest. I'm just gonna get into tarot. I feel like quite a lot of people have tuned into this particular group. So yeah, I'm just getting a lot of energies here, and they're really condensing it for it to be applicable to most watching it. We got 3 of Swords, we got the Hermit. I'll keep going because these are interesting cards, eh? We've got the 5 of Swords, we've got the King of Swords, and we've got the Ace of Swords. Let's see. You'll be heartbroken. You will be heartbroken all over some F-boy or F-girl right before you get together with your future spouse. Most likely a fire sign. If this situation is not really, obviously it's not a relationship, because this person is highly avoidant. They show some progress, but not enough. Just enough to keep you around. If you're dealing with that person now, just drop them. Nothing good is gonna come of this, because you will be left in despair. But this is a lesson that you've been repeating and you haven't learned it. Therefore, it keeps being presented to you, these kinds of archetypes, these kinds of people. And honestly, the universe is sick of your shit. So they're like, you need to get over this, these unhealthy patterns. And until you do, you won't be getting together with your future spouse, because you will be pushing them away, because your future spouse is a healthy person. They have these really kind qualities. They're very stern. They're not particularly emotional. And they won't be giving you this love bombing from the beginning. So right now, as you are right now, you wouldn't recognize your future spouse even if you wanted to. Maybe they're in your life already. I don't know that. That was a really weird channel. I'm sorry. That was harsh. But they speak through me. I'm not here to question spirit, so don't come at me at the comments. If it doesn't resonate what I just said, just pick another pile. Yeah, you're quite defensive about this. I've got the Sun again. It's a confirmation. It's like you keep picking these people that put you in these like third-party situations that make you almost compete for them. And those people are on the defensive, but you're on the defensive about the fact that you keep picking the wrong people. But what we're saying to you is that nobody is holding a gun to your head and forcing you to choose these people. You are making these choices on your own because you have free will. And these people leave you feeling more alone than ever. So if somebody gives you breadcrumbs, if somebody gives you only enough to keep you afloat, let's say you've been on a date with somebody and then they don't text you for days after, and like you don't want to come across too keen, so you're kind of like waiting around for them to call, for them to text, and it kind of consumes your mind too much, and then you become anxious, and then you feel like triggered, and that makes you feel insecure. And then this person texts you like after a week or after like 5 days, oh, like a crazy week, so busy. But they're lying. They just got more options. It's just stop giving these people the benefit of the doubt, because they don't even deserve it. If somebody really likes you, they will not wait 5 days or a week to text you after a date. And they, even if you text first after a date, they won't be weird about it, because they'll be happy that you're in contact with them. And they'll reciprocate your energy. Of course, like, don't be like too keen, like don't be like spamming their phone every 3 minutes, but like if you just send somebody a message after a date, it won't be a tragedy, you know, like it's fine because this person also wants to see you. I mean, you could even be a teen watching this, you know, some of you, a small portion of you, but a lot of you are in your 20s and 30s, I feel like, and you know, you're old enough to know better. If you haven't been to therapy, seek therapy, because a professional will be able to actually help you. The people that are, I feel like the actual healthy people that are giving you love offers at the moment, you reject them. Maybe they're not your type, but your future spouse is not your usual type. Thank God, because your usual type has not been working out, and you keep making the choice with the lovers here of just meh. So anyway, so this is the lesson that you're learning, and they just want to hit you in the head with some truth. And be, you know, blunt. I will put like a disclaimer in this reading, blunt AF or something like that. For me, tough love works, and I give out tough love to people as well in everyday life as well. But for this reading, Lure of Spirit guys, they're just like, oh my god, she's at it again with these men, or he's at it again with these men, they're at it again with these men. You're feminine. Anyway, this is not about gender. So, okay, we've arrived in the middle of the spread now, and we've got obviously the Five of Swords, and then underneath we have this beautiful Nine of Pentacles. Now, what I love about this Nine of Pentacles is that the Nine of Pentacles is always single. So you will be single, not talking to anybody, not in a situationship with anybody, not anything with anybody, okay, for a while before you get together with your future spouse. And you will feel abundant. You will be working on your money. You will be working on your resources. You will be working on your health. You will be abundant, and you will feel abundant after a period of despair and overthinking and anxiousness and being in an anxious attachment style that's activated. The book Attached could be of use to you guys as well. It's like quite an old book at this point. I mean, they're the very first ones who did research on attachment styles. I can't remember the author, but you can ask me in the comments if you want to know more. If you can't find it on your own, I'll find it for you, because I have it in my Audible. But now we're on to the person that is your future spouse, okay? So your future spouse, they have strong air sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Very strong air sign placements, very good communicator. So I'm gonna tell right now, with your future spouse, if you don't text you the next day after a date, that's not your future spouse, because your future spouse is gonna let you know their intentions, and they're gonna let you know how they feel with their actions and their words, right? So this is a very destined person for you. They've got them lined up already. Everything is in place, but until you get to this place of being abundant in yourself, feeling like it is safe for you to love after all these failed situations with people, which understandably will and has left you a bit disappointed and maybe hopeless even. Like I said, we're not robots. Once you're in this happy place in yourself, you'll be able to recognize this soulmate. I don't know if they're in your vicinity yet, but that's the language they're using. And yeah, lots of communication, lots of back and forth. And look at this, we got the Ten of Cups at the end here, underneath the Ace of Swords. So the intentions are going to be really clear here. Like I said, you will not have to worry, because you will be this Empress. And then underneath the Empress, we immediately have this Ten of Pentacles. Your money situation is also pretty good at the time you're getting together with your future spouse. Very destined, very serendipitous. But yeah, like this healthy, you being attracted to, starting to be attracted to these healthy masculines. So for example, if somebody is like genuinely kind towards you, a masculine, you will find that actually super attractive. Just like a random example, doesn't just have to be this. It can be like just traits that you wouldn't have thought to be like sexy before, now you will. Yes, so I think this is all that I have for my pile number ones. Let me know how it resonated in the comments. Definitely an interesting reading, some tough love there. But there's no judgment in this channel. I mean, I accept you for who you are and how you are. Believe me, I've been there. I've been in your situation. I've been in your shoes. But being attracted to different things over as we're getting older is actually normal too. It's very common. So yeah, good things are coming. Just be open, just do the work, and self-reflection. Actual looking in the mirror kind of self-reflection, not just pseudo self-reflection like some people do. But anyway, if you like my vibe, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Everything and anything helps the channel grow. I'd really appreciate each and every one of you. Like, the way this channel is growing, I'm just so humbled and so thankful for each and every one of you. Your subscribes mean the world to me, but also your likes, your comments. I read all of your comments. I respond to them whenever I can. And yeah, if it didn't resonate, no worries at all. Just pick another pile, pick another reading. It's not that deep. And I'll see you in another reading. Bye, guys. All right, pile number 2. Very different energies. Whoever chose a labradorite crystal, this is your pile. Labradorite is great for protection, so you're being told that you are really protected at this time, and actually take the situations that haven't worked out with people, especially recently, as a divine sign that this person is not for you, that you do not know what happens behind closed doors, and believe us, you wouldn't have been happy with this person. And if you really knew what they do behind closed doors, you would not even like them. You would not even want to be with them. But by the time you would find that out, you would be in too deep, and it would be harder to walk away, even though you still would. So that's just a little message that somebody needed to hear. So let's get into the oracle cards first, and then I'll move on to the tarot portion. Let's see what is happening. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I'm hearing reconciling with parents as well, right before you get together with your future spouse. Because I'm looking at the period of time, like right before on the cusp, as you're about to get together with your future spouse, so you kind of know the signs and you prepare yourself emotionally and maybe even physically, that your future spouse is actually about to enter your life, or you're about to be with them. So reconcile, if you are no contact with one or both of your parents, some sort of reconciliation is in the cards for you. But if that's not the case, or any sort of estranged family member that you would be open to reconcile with, because of course we all understand that, you know, no contact with family is not for no reason, and sometimes it's not possible to reconcile with the people that raised you and people from your childhood and stuff. But yeah, if you're in a situation where either you are in contact with your family members and there's no kind of plans to go no contact, or if you are no contact and you're like, no, they crossed every line possible, I will never speak to this person again, and they can go and do whatever without me. So you healing those issues in therapy and with the help of professionals, and you feeling in general better about your childhood. And thing about trauma as well, it's not like it's ever going to go away, right? You just kind of learn how to live with the triggers. You know what triggers you, when it triggers you, and how to deal with that, and you just cope, and you kind of just accept it as part of yourself, and you're like, right, this is a part of me, I'm okay with that, and actually this has helped me get to where I am today, and I can actually help other people in similar situations now, because nobody was there for me when I needed somebody, you know, So now I can be that somebody for other people. So I see some of you also maybe getting involved in youth programs, volunteering, just being more actively involved in your community, specifically with DV victims, for example, or children. I'm hearing like a lot of like work with underage people here. You could be that line of work as well, or you could be getting into that line of work. Only take that as it resonates, you guys. This will be a pile that has quite a few people watching. But overall, healing your trauma, healing those things from your childhood that happened, um, and accepting yourself for it. Shame is being removed here. Fun fact about shame, it kind of goes away when you start naming it. If you feel shameful for something, if you say, oh, this is shame, it actually then loses all of its power. So it says, take a shot. Don't take 12, take 1. Okay, maybe 2. Move on. So you're moving on. You're moving on from your past. You're really moving on from your past. But it also requires some sort of a risk. Because I'm not just seeing this as an alcoholic shot. I'm seeing this as like taking a risk, take a shot, right? So you're taking some sort of risk in your life. We'll see what comes through in tarot. Let's keep going because I'll be here forever otherwise. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Aquarius season could be significant, or the sign of Aquarius, sun, moon, Venus, or rising could also be significant here. And new moon in general. New beginnings. Again, this taking a risk brings me to the Fool in tarot, like a new start, right? Now we've got Aries, acts number 1. The Fool is number 0. This is number 1. So this is also the Magician. They're already talking about tarot. We're on oracle cards, but hey. So we've got Aquarius and we've got Aries so far, and it's act. So you're acting. You're acting out and on something that you've always wanted to do. Your passions. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys like launch a business that's like a nonprofit, for example, that helps children or DV victims or any sort of survivors or people dealing with trauma, something to do with psychology, therapy, well-being, just helping people, you know? Okay, so we got number 5, orphaned. You could be life path number 5, life path number 1. You could be born in the month of January, which is Aquarius season, I guess. Or the month of May, which is May. Oh, that's Taurus season and Gemini season. And then we've got the Seas of Mintaka. This is actually one of my favorite cards. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So you're diving deeper in your subconscious right there. I wouldn't be surprised if you try hypnotherapy around right before you're getting together with your future spouse. Now, Mintaka is really dear to my heart, and I feel like it doesn't exist anymore, because from what I remember from my own soul, it was destroyed by it's quite hard for me to talk about, but there was a war basically, and yeah, the place got completely destroyed. It's like it was like a planet of water mostly, and it was inhabited, but it's definitely not anymore. If it is inhabited, it will be by some hostile species. So yeah, I'm gonna move on from that, but feel free to look into what you can find. I can't even bring myself to look it up, to be honest, because it's just so, I have a lot of, yeah, I think that's why I'm on Earth, because I lost my home. So anyway, I haven't looked it up, so I might be wrong here with names and stuff, but there was some sort of water planet that was destroyed. But the seeing potential part and the unconsciousness part is the reason why I just brought up what I brought up is that remembering your past lives could also come through here. right as you are getting together with your future spouse. You're getting downloads, you're getting memories, you're getting insights of your past lives, maybe even on other planets. Because I feel like for this group, you really might be a star seed as well. If you don't know what that is, feel free to look it up online. There's like lists. If it's like feeling homesick constantly and you don't know what you're feeling homesick for, things like that. A lot of us struggle with depression as well, star seeds, because a lot of star seeds who are quite new to Earth, especially, we find the the atmosphere here really dense, and energy in general, and we really struggle with the fact that, like, people are greedy, people are violent, people are hateful. We don't really understand those concepts, so we don't essentially enjoy it here that much, even though we've agreed to be here on a soul level to learn lessons. But because we've forgotten all of that, we struggle a lot, and thoughts of unaliving yourself, things like that. So definitely, if you are having those thoughts, please seek professional help. Also reach out to me, because again, I've been in that position and I know what to do and I know how to help. So you are never alone, and if you ever had those thoughts, just talk to someone you trust, talk to me. I will literally walk you through what I've done. And yeah, I mean, this card Orphaned, it's obviously quite a sad card. I don't see all of you being orphans in this pile. Some of you might be, but I feel like the card Orphan in general is that you were quite neglected in your childhood, and it's the feeling of being alone. You also might be spending quite a lot of time in solitude right before you're meeting or getting together with your future spouse as well. Just like a lot of reflection, a lot of work on yourself, a lot of this bringing the subconscious to light. Let's see what the tarot has to say. I feel like I got quite a lot out of these oracle cards, because for group number 1 it was mostly from tarot. And there we go, ladies and gents. We've got the Fool, and everybody in between. Obviously everybody's welcome on my channel. You're taking a risk on something. You are taking that risk. You're having a brand new start, so it's a brand new start in your life. The healing family issues. You might be in contact with your family right now, but you might be cutting them off completely, and that's your brand new start. And then we've got Queen of Pentacles, strong earth sign placement. So you could be born in the month of May. Some of you here, we've got 7 of Swords. So some sort of truth is coming to light as right before you're getting together with your future spouse. Maybe you're discovering a snake in the grass, person who has been lying to you, people that have been deceiving you in some way or the other. Lots of major arcana. We've got 3 out of 5 major arcana here, you guys. We've got the Strength and the Wheel of Fortune here. You're having to stay strong. I feel like you're really making friends with your traumas. You're making friends with your inner demons, and you find control over them, and that brings you power and empowerment and acceptance and light and love. And once you enter that state of empowerment, light and love, that's when the universe brings in your forever person. I say forever person because it's from many past lives as well. You will recognize this person immediately. You're also quite financially stable at the time. I'm not seeing millions or anything, but yeah. If you have a child, a fire sign child, your child is also quite stable at that time. I see some people in this group could have older children, like teenagers or children that are off to like university. The child doing well. If you don't have children, you are getting some sort of news. and that this news is going to about your, and I feel like this is like highly family related. Your future spouse is set to be strong fire sign as well. So that's Aries. We've got Aries here. Just for extra confirmation, we got Leo and Sagittarius, but Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising. The fire sign could also be the other parent of your child, and so okay, because we've got the King of Pentacles, which is the divine match over here, and that's your wish fulfillment. So I'm wondering if there's like a masculine that has left you out in the cold and you're finding that out, the lies around the time you are about to get with your future spouse here. It's like some sort of serendipitous events happening. For others of you, don't worry about this King of Wands, because it's the same person as your future spouse. Your future spouse just has like different, they're a person of dualities. They're quite a balanced person, but yeah, very financially stable couple. I see a beautiful home. I see, yeah, rich, like a rich life. But somebody from your past is all like, that's what I mean about this King of Wands. For those of you who have a child, like this person might want to rekindle around the time you're meeting or getting together with your future spouse. But that's gonna get sorted really quickly, because this King of Wands is rushing towards the feminine there. Regardless, your future spouse is going to be rushing towards you around the time of empowerment, new beginnings, new beginnings with your family life, new beginnings in your career as well. I see just wish fulfillments overall. And yeah, it will be a choice. It will be a choice, because you might have a choice of two people there. I think we got quite a lot in this reading, so I'm just gonna end it here. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. I hope this resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments. If it didn't, no worries at all. Just pick another file, pick another reading. And if you like my vibe, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Everything and anything helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate each and every one of you, and especially all of your subscribes. It really means the world to me. And yeah, it's just, I've just been so humbled by, you know, all of you and all of the support and positive vibes. So thanks so much for sharing your energy with me. You are a really kind-hearted person, and you know, you didn't deserve what happened to you in your childhood and your past, and to be treated this way is just so unfortunate. But that's where the empowerment comes from, and I wish you healing, and I wish you all the best, my pile number 2s, and I will see you in another reading. Bye. All right, pile number 3 is, let me drink some water. All right, whoever chose this, Rano, last here. Hi, this is your pal. Now, whew, all the energies are really different. So I'm enjoying your energy a lot already. So let's see what comes through. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So what they're telling me is that your financial situation and your career in general is going to be where you want it to be, right before you're getting together with your future spouse. So it will get better. As in, you could get a promotion at work, you could start your own business, you could pay off your debts, you could buy a house. You know, just take it as it resonates in that department. It's each and every one of you will have different goals in your finances and career. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. I mean, I can take this as directly as I want, I guess, for this card. Maybe you're getting into yoga, well-being in general. Maybe you're eating healthy. Yeah, I see, like, you're like leveling up, you're glowing up, you're looking better, you're feeling better. You're also looking into ancient practices of well-being, so like yoga, um, meditation, and you getting into spirituality more. You're being of service as well. You could be tarot readers in this group as well. So it says, be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. So for this group, you could be making the first move on your future spouse here. But do you know what? Like, making the first move doesn't mean you're asking someone out on a date. It could mean you're just messaging them first, and then it goes from there. Or you could walk up to them and ask them a question on the street, or in an event, or at a party. And again, it goes from there. It still has to come both ways, right? Like, this whole, like, making a move has a lot of people thinking it's just asking someone on a date and professing their undying love to somebody immediately. That doesn't happen in real life. Usually one thing leads to another, and then you start talking, and then you meet up, and then blah blah blah. And then, you know, nowadays, like, people don't really profess their intentions immediately that they want to date you from the get-go. It's just a bit more organic, especially if you meet in person, because for a lot of you this will be a meeting through work with your future spouse. So we got Uranus change. So yeah, you're getting changes in your career. Number 25. So you could be 25 years old right now. Could be life path number 7. You could be born on the 25th of the month. You could be born in the month of July, the month of February, the month of May. We got fork in the road, number 13. 13th could be significant for some of you here. So you're making a choice about something. The fork in the road, to me, it's not just challenges. I feel like you're experiencing some financial challenges or career challenges at the moment as you're watching this reading. But that's getting resolved right before you're meeting your future spouse or getting together with your future spouse. And we've got weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Well, you're getting better with your boundaries, that's for sure. You're not letting people stomp all over you. You're not letting anybody make you uncomfortable. And you're not carrying everybody's crap with you. You have people-pleasing tendencies for those groups, so you're healing that. You're not taking people's problems as your own anymore. You're learning how to say no and be like, no, that's not my problem to solve. Your lack of planning doesn't equate emergency on my side. Especially in career. This is it's like, oh, can you stay behind? We're short staffed. And it's like, well, you should have planned better. Like, I have places to be. Like, I can't stay. What in the past you might have said, yeah, sure, no worries, just to, like, not rock the boat. You're rocking the boat and you're doing it well, and that's bringing you change. You're speaking up for yourself. Maybe you're finally asking for that raise. You're finally asking for that promotion, or like maybe you get an annual raise that's like nothing, and you find like, no, actually this raise is not good enough for me. Like, can we negotiate? And like this, I feel like it makes you anxious to do that, but you're kind of leaning back onto these ancient practices like yoga, meditation, to reduce your stressful levels, your anxiety levels. It's actually beautiful what yoga can do for a ruminating mind. Right. And that's what I just said. It's amazing what yoga can do for ruminating mind, because you like to ruminate. My pile number 3 is stop it. No, it's not that easy, obviously, especially for people who do struggle with anxiety or rumination. So the Hanged Man. You're changing your perspective on the way you live your life, on the way you interact with others. Yeah, I'm really seeing like just a lot of people pleasing and a lot of just taking everyone's shit, but not really wanting to disturb the peace. But it's okay to disturb the peace sometimes. You're not gonna please anybody. Newsflash, whatever you do in life, no matter what you do, you will be judged. And some people will still not like you, even if you're the juiciest peach of all the peaches in the world. I mean, some people just don't like peaches, and that's okay. You can't make somebody like peaches. Maybe all they eat is strawberries and nothing else, and they're nutrient deficient to the point of oblivion. That was a weird message, but here you go. You're going within. I feel like this brand new start will come from maybe a panic attack, after you have a panic attack and you realize that shit, I cannot continue living this way, or something bringing you to the edge. So maybe like a person takes advantage of your kindness too much, and you're like, nah, F this. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I need to do better for myself. Or like maybe your boss doesn't even give you a raise one year, and you're like, wait a second, I've been working my ass off and this is what I get. No, I'm actually gonna speak up and be like, listen, this is what I've done, this is what I've done, and this is what I've done, this is what I've achieved, and actually these are the numbers for the past year, and like, I deserve a raise, I deserve promotion. It's like this breaking point that you're reaching in your personal life. I don't see this as a love. And then you go within, you reflect, and you reflect on your life choices and the people in your life. You might even be cutting some people off. People that don't serve you anymore, people that you have outgrown. I mean, if you're still in your 20s, in your mid-20s, you might still have this idea, unfortunately, that all your friends are going to remain in your life for forever or for most of your life. But actually, most of them won't. That's just the reality, especially if you are part of big groups. As a person who has moved, so how many times did I move countries? So I moved, and cities. So I moved when I was 19. So I moved from my hometown to the UK, so brand new country for uni, and then I moved to Spain, and then I moved back to the UK, and then I moved to cities. So essentially I moved, so that was 4 times. So I moved 4 times to places where I didn't know anybody or anything. But my point here is that every single time that I moved, I obviously had friends in the cities that I moved from and the countries that I moved from. And I could count on my both hands the friends that I have today from the places that I moved from. Like from my hometown, I have 2 friends left, like proper lifelong friends. Well, not really lifelong, but long-term friends. It's just people, they move on. Like when you move away, you would be surprised how many people just lose interest in talking to you. Or maybe you know this already as well, and it's just like a confirmation. The amount of people you actually lose touch with when when you're not in proximity with them anymore, or like when you leave a job, for example, it's the same. But especially when you move away and you can't see the people anymore in person, because if you want to see those people, you need to travel to each other, and that's the point. When we get older, we have our families, we have our lives, we have our jobs, and we can be traveling back and forth to people. Especially a lot of people, if you live like in a big city like London or something, a lot of people moving away from London or insert any big city here, to the outskirts, to another town, just to save money, to get more space, get bigger houses. People will start saving for houses, buying houses, having children, and you just lose most of them. You lose touch, and it's not like anybody's doing anything wrong, it's just life. And you are realizing that you are outgrowing a lot of these people, That was kind of tangent, eh? But yeah, I feel like your 30s is the when you realize this usually, because yeah, your mid-20s is usually when you're still kind of quite optimistic about the connections in your life and just people in general, which is a good place to be, I guess. Being optimistic has never hurt anybody. No, I take it back. Sometimes when being overly optimistic, we can maybe get disappointed later when things don't work out the way we hoped. But again, hope, even though it's in Lithuanian, we call hope the mother of stupid people, idiots. And sure, that might be true. Hope might be the mother of idiots, right? But without hope, what is there? You still need hope, right? So, yeah. So, something will come to an end because change is needed, and Uranus is going to help you with that. So, something is coming to an end. Maybe something even that did bring you joy as well. Like, because it's not all bad, you know, that I don't see that your life is all bad here. No. But it's in order for you to get together with your future spouse, you need to change aspects in your life. And once you make those changes, that's when it all kind of comes in. I see you working in a team. I see you being quite collaborative with people. I see some good news in the money department again. And then this beautiful relationship comes in. It's I see you meeting in real life as well. I don't see this as an online connection, even though most people meet online nowadays. But I feel like once you do meet, it will kind of move quite quickly towards serious commitments here. But this news that's related to your career, to your finances, this is faded. So this is happening whether you want it or not. This new start is happening whether you want it or not. You're changing your perspective, being patient as well. You have no other choice but to be patient at this point. You have no choice but to be patient and to look within and self-reflect and realize the changes that you need to make, because at the moment, as you're watching this reading, you might not realize the exact changes you need to make yet, but that's coming to that's coming to light. And you have to let go of something here before you get together with your future spouse. There's just, because it's not yours to carry, and you setting boundaries, you're letting things go, and yeah. So that might be the fork in the road before that came up. You realizing what you need to let go and being a bit defensive about it. But I feel like if you don't let it go on your own, the universe is going to remove it regardless. So might as well chop and do some self-reflection, go to therapy, because if you don't, then there might be just a bunch of people being removed from your life in quite a abrupt way. There might be a job being removed from your life in an abrupt way, because we did get the Tower there, and the Tower is a lot of the times quite unpleasant, even if it's a choice. But if you put this in your own hands and you take control of your life, it's easier because you made the choice. So think about what do I sit at night and think about? What do I worry about? What do I ruminate about? What makes me anxious? Because those things need to go. Because they make you anxious for a reason. I don't see this group I don't see you have like an anxiety disorder. You might, but these particular things that make you feel that way, it's like anybody would feel that way. You know, if somebody takes advantage of your kindness constantly, then of course nobody would feel good about that. So all those feelings that you feel, like, it's not because, oh, I have an anxiety disorder. Well, that's valid too, but it's just not everything needs to be a mental health crisis. Some things just need to go and be let go and not be healthy. You know, if somebody's not being healthy towards you, of course you're not going to feel good about it. Or something that's not healthy in your life, of course that's going to make you feel bad. You know, the way the society works nowadays, when everybody needs to rush, everybody is like out all the time, and like staying at home is seen as like rotting or whatever. It's not. our brains are not designed to be active all the time. Our nervous systems are not designed for modern living. When are exposed to the internet 24/7 and we're expecting to produce, it's not supposed to be like this. And you're realizing that. And until you are realizing that. When you do, that is when you are getting together with your future spouse. Okay, this is all that I have for you. I put away the cards, and then I let you know this is all that I have for you. Well, duh, because I'm already putting everything away. So yeah, thank you so much for connecting with me today, group number 3. This has been real. It's been real talk, and yeah, let me know how it resonated in the comments. If it didn't, no worries at all. Just pick another pile, pick another reading. Both, like, all the piles so far have been pretty, like, real talk. Because we are looking into, what things need to change for you to get together with your future spouse. So it makes sense. I'm not a sugarcoater. I'm blunt. I'm not here to make you feel better. I'm here to help you manifest your dreams and help you raise the vibration. But if these readings make you feel upset, panicked, or any negative way, that just means it's not your reading. So just pick another reading, pick another reader. It's all good. Just know that, like, if you're upset about anything that I say, it's just not for you. It's just not for you, because that's not the intention, not the vibes at all. Okay, so if you like my vibe, please just actually comment and subscribe. Everything and anything helps the channel grow, especially your subscribes. It really means a lot to me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I've been so humbled to see this little channel grow, and all the support is just like, wow. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a lovely day or night whenever you're watching, and I shall see another reading. Bye, guys. All right, pile number 4. Hi, this is your pile. This is your reading with this geode stone. So we will look into the oracle cards, and then we'll move on to the tarot portion after that. So we've got let go control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Now, we already see what you need to change before you get together with your future spouse. Fucking apologize. Seriously, just do it. So, I don't know who that's for, but I'm not gonna comment on that. But maybe you're just quite a prideful person. I don't know. Nothing will come of the situation. Avoid a course moon. We'll keep going. Interesting cards. Yeah. Let me get your crystal. It's here. Oh, nearly fell back. Okay, now we've got Ascendant entrance number 35. Very beautiful colors. I'm gonna look into that. We've got All That Glitters number 16. I think I'm getting a fuller picture here now. We've got Double Mission, Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. And that serving the world by being you means letting go and surrender to what is. Right? I think you're changing your value system, to be honest with you, because the value system you have right now is just not working. It looks like you always wait for people to apologize first, or you struggle to take responsibility for your own life. You like to blame others. I say this all with love. This comes from your spirit guides and source. I mean, I just can't spin this any other way. It looks like your value system needs to change before you get together with your future spouse, because you currently are getting impressed with the wrong things, the wrong people. Maybe you're impressed by looks, by charm, by status. It's not to say that any of those things are wrong. It's just that if you only get impressed by those things, but not kindness, empathy, and insert any other valuable aspect of a person on the inside here, then that's the problem, because we need balance. Sometimes, while the person might not be super attractive in the beginning to somebody, could be changed once you get to know the person, get to know their heart, get to know them in like inside and out. Once you see that they're kind, they show you compassion, they show you love, they share the same vision for the future, they show you their intentions clearly. But ascendant, so that's the rising sign, right? So that talks all about first impressions. So I feel like you care how you come across on a first glance to people. However, you are quite quick to judge here. And people judge you as well. People quickly judge you. It's just because obviously you attract what you are. I'm not saying this is all bad. This is not all bad, because you do have a good heart. It's just that the way you've been conditioned by life has just not been working, and you really need to stop thinking so much about what other people think about you and get into this authentic weird place that you truly are, to who you truly are. Remember who you truly are. It's a path we all go on, by the way. For me, there's no judgment, because I see your light and I see your dark sides. I accept you for who you are because I see your heart, and you have a fantastic heart. It's just that you've been trying to control the circumstances of your life so much to the point where you maybe not give a chance to the people that are worthy of a chance, because you judge them too quickly. Or maybe you say, oh, I'm not attracted to them. Of course, like, don't force yourself for anything. But when your value system is just a little bit off balance, that's when you put yourself in situations that end up being unfulfilling. Because if all a person has to offer is money, charm, good looks, then if that's all they have to offer, right, then nothing will come of that situation eventually, because there's no depth to it. Also, these surface level interactions that you had in love, they're just not leading anywhere long term, anywhere deeper. So I see quite a few situationships for this group. And you have, like I said, you attract who you are. So you also have been attracting these people who don't take responsibility, who don't apologize first, who don't opt to be the bigger person, who are stubborn. Sorry, I just got really scared. Some of you in this group really don't like me saying these things, and I understand that this is like a really blunt reading. Believe me, all the groups got tough love, but it's, when your spirit guys are sick of your stuff, then it has to come through somehow, and it's coming through a random lady on the internet named Chris. But what happened just now, you guys, is that my lampshade just fell from the ceiling. It's a paper lampshade, so everything's fine, and the lampshade is above a couch, so it's all good. But yeah, it didn't fall on a plant or hit my hamster or anything. But it's just the fact that it happened during your pile is a bit funny to me. But let's move into the tarot portion. Let's see when you will be meeting your future spouse. But it looks like you will be meeting your future spouse right as you are letting go of these unhelpful values that you carried so far. I'm not saying all of your values aren't helpful. You do have some really good values there. It's just that I feel like quite a few masculines will be watching this group. And there we go, the King and the Queen of Wands. So we do have a match here, and I see a really intuitive connection. Um, but this intuitive connection cannot happen until both people are open to it. This new start cannot happen until both people are open to it. Both of these people are looking away from each other. For a lot of people here, I can see that some of you might even know who your future spouse is already. It's just that because you've not been focusing on the right things, you don't even notice. Which is quite common for masculines, to be honest. You don't have to be masculine. Obviously, this is not about gender. This is about energy. But if you're the feminine, then you are mirroring each other. So you are wishing for your person. You are wishing for the Empress if you want a feminine. If you're the feminine, you are wishing for somebody that's still spontaneous, somebody that you can have fun with. Those are all positive things. Like, you need to be able to have fun with your partner. Well, Queen of Cups. Again, you need to really look at the people who show empathy, kindness, who aren't flashy. The flashy people are flashy for a reason. They're trying to hide something. I don't know why I just said that, because I don't think those things. The Sun underneath the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, the new beginning. Once you let go of your control issues, of what you're attracted to initially, then this new beginning is going to make you really, really happy. I think you're just really defensive towards your dark side and things that you really need to work on. You're being called to really look in the mirror. I mean, if you feel called to go to therapy, go to therapy. But be honest with your therapist, because if you go to a therapist and you only selectively tell your therapist things that make you look good, that's not going to be helpful either, because obviously if you don't tell your therapist everything, their therapist is just going to validate you and be done with it. Because it's on you to understand what you need to work on, and it's on your therapist to challenge you. But your therapist can only challenge you to the point of what they know and what you tell them. So yeah, huge defensiveness towards your shadow side. So shadow work is needed here before you get together with your future spouse. But I mean, there is a person out there for you. You're not doomed. Do not worry. It's just that you have signed up for certain lessons in this life before you came here, and now you have to do the work in order to achieve your fullest potential. There is a possibility, I'm not going to lie to you guys, there is a possibility that you will not achieve that potential in this lifetime. But it's only if you don't do the shadow work. If you heard what I'm saying right now, even though you didn't like it, if you heard what I'm saying right now and you took that into account, of course, take what resonates, use your common sense. This is a general reading. But if this has resonated with you, like for example, you're impressed by money, you're impressed by looks, you're impressed by all these things, and you like to control situations and have things the way you like them, and those sort of things, and not be open to just being flexible, then this will be your pile. But if this is not your pile, just don't take it. Just pick another pile, pick another reading. All good, like I said. But basically, new love is waiting for you. It's just that I'm hearing you might have experienced a really rough heartbreak in the past from somebody that maybe showed kindness in the beginning, but then they turned on you. And then, ever since, you've been guarded and you've been kind of keeping things fairly surface level with people. This is subconscious. This is because you are doing this for a reason. You are focusing on these surface things in romantic situations for a reason. And it's the reason is in your subconscious, and as long as you acknowledge it, it has nowhere to hide anymore. Unfortunately, like, especially if you're masculine, this is really common for masculines, like getting rejected in school or in university, or like your first love just going horribly, and then from this innocent, loving, open-hearted person, you become guarded and kind of a bit avoidant, and just keep yourself to yourself, just not to experience that again. I understand that. I can empathize with that wholeheartedly. It's hard to take risks. It's hard to put your heart on the line. So because if you keep things surface level, you don't have to put your heart on the line, and you're safe. And your brain, it only needs to keep you safe and keep you alive. It's Our brain is not designed by nature to keep us happy. That is going against nature. This whole mindfulness thing, meditation, all that. There's a reason why it's so hard. Because our brain is designed to just keep us alive, scan for threats all the time, keep us safe, keep us guarded. When you realize that, you stop believing all your thoughts, number one. Number two, you realize that, wait a second, actually I need to go out of my comfort zone here, not just here, everywhere, and start living my life. Live my life on the edge. And when I live my life on the edge, I start seeing results, and I start seeing people and things come in that are blessings. Oh my God, what a reading. This is where I'll leave you. There's love out there for you. Don't worry. They have picked somebody out that's a divine match, or you have picked, I don't know how that works. You will know better, maybe. how the whole divine counterpart situation works. I do believe there's more than one soulmate out there for us anyway. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. Just take responsibility for your life. Nobody's gonna come and save you. You have to come and save yourself. And maybe check out Mark Manson. He's got a bunch of books. He's on Instagram. He's got a podcast. It's a bit of tough love kind of situation, but it really works for me, to be honest. That sort of tough love kind of approach. So, I mean, I hope it worked for you too. I don't know why you're still watching if it hasn't, but hey, each to their own. So this is all that I have for you, my pile number 4. This has been an intense reading, so thank you for sticking with me. We have to face quite a few hard truths here, and it's not always easy, but it's necessary. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for listening and tuning in. And if you like my vibe, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Everything and anything helps the channel grow. I really appreciate all your support. I'm so humbled, honestly, by the way the channel is growing, by everybody, and I read all of your comments. I respond when I can. But yeah, especially all the subscribers really help the channel grow. So thank you again, and I shall see you in another reading. Bye, guys.